Hello everybody, welcome to WineUpTV. I am your host Wayne, and on today's show we're going to talk about 3 wines from Oregon, 2 from the Willamette Valley, and 1 from the Applegate Valley in southern Oregon. Be back in a second. Hello and welcome back. The first wine we'll be discussing today will be the Four Graces Pinot Gris. The second wine will be a Pinot Noir from the 2008 vintage. It is the 3 Vineyard Chehelem Pinot Noir. And the last wine will be a Tempernillo from the Applegate Valley in southern Oregon. Very interesting wines. So the first wine we'll be discussing will be the 2009. This is a brand new vintage for them. 2009 Pinot Gris. This vineyard is owned by the Black family. It's a great little winery right at the foot of Dundee as you're coming in off of Highway 99. It was planted in 1990 and it encompasses about 110 acres of wine. The nice thing with their stylistic approach to Pinot Gris is they use stainless steel. They don't use any oak for the fermenting at all in their white wine program. And it's a very nice color to it. A little bit lighter because you're not using any oak for it. But again, it really brings forward the crisp acidity and the vibrant fruit flavors that Pinot Gris has to offer. The Black family also does Pinot Noir, and they do that in a very elegant style. So this first wine is the 2009 Dundee Hills Pinot Gris. Let's get a little smell. Remember, you're never going to get your nose stuck in a glass, so don't be scared of sticking your nose in there and really smelling the wine. One of the things about wine is the olfactory evaluation. So smell it, get your nose into it, be part of the wine. Don't fill it up to here and do that, mind you, but be part of the wine. It's got a real nice grassy hue to it on the nose. Kind of like, what Sauvignon Blanc would be down in Napa Valley. Very interesting. It's got some nice lemon, some honeysuckle characteristics. Let's give this a little taste. Love these styles of wines. Pinot Gris is a very nice grape. It's got a nice finish, good acidity to it. 2009 was a very warm year. Last year it was probably one of the warmest summers we've had in the last couple decades. I remember it was over 26 days was over 90 degrees, so it was very warm. Kind of stressed the vines out a little bit, almost dehydrated some of the fruit, especially in the Dundee Hills. But because of that, and these vineyards here are all dry farmed, they're really showing some nice fruit characteristics. Got like Granny Smith green apples. It's got that really nice finish on it. Very good wine. This wine here is $16 a bottle. Again, the Dundee Hills Pinot Gris, 1,600 cases made. That's it. It's all estate grown fruit, so they're not purchasing any of their fruit from anywhere else. So it's a very nice example. The next wine we're going to focus on is going to be a 2008 Pinot Noir from Chehelem Winery. This is a 3 Vineyard Willamette Valley 2008 Oregon Pinot Noir. $25 a bottle. This is like their introductory wine. It comes from 3 different vineyards, one of them being the Stoller Vineyard, which is a fairly large vineyard here in the Willamette Valley, predominantly in the Dundee Hills appellation. One thing you'll notice about this wine is the color. All these 2008s have a beautiful hue to them. This wine here, $25 a bottle. And the case production on this is about 4,500. So this is their most widely made wine at this winery. Great example of the 2008 vintage. Very aromatic on the nose. Give this a little smell. This is what I love about wine. Just stick your nose into that wine and just enjoy it. It's got a nice earth tone to it. Sweet core of red raspberries and cherries and plums, and just a little bit of clove, a little bit of pepper, almost like a white pepper, if you will. This is aged about 9 months in oak, about 35% of it new, about 40% 1-year-old oak, and then the remaining balance, 2 3-year-old barrels. So it's got a little bit of new, a little bit of 1-year-old, a little bit of 3-year-old. It's going to have a nice balance, so it's not going to be overly oaky on the palate. Very nice. Also, Pinot Noir, about 1.9 tons of fruit per acre. That's it with these Pinots. Now, other varietals like Cabernet or Merlot, you can hang 4 or 5 tons of fruit per acre. You can't do that with Pinot. That's a little bit of the cost of the Pinot Noir. Actually, it's about 1 bottle of wine per plant, if you can believe that. That's it. Let's give this a little taste. That opens up beautifully. It's got that clove. It's got that nice Asian spice to it. It's got a nice acidity to it as well. Very nice structured wine, balanced and aromatic. And that's what I love about the 2008 vintage. You guys are going to be really blessed in about another 3-4 months. As these 2008s hit the market, you're going to be able to pick up some of these wines. They don't make a lot of them. Like I said, this is their most widely available wine, about 4,500 cases. And it's just a really good example. The next wine we're going to do is going to be a wine from Applegate Valley. I haven't had this wine before. I'm kind of excited about it. Southern Oregon's doing some really fun things. This is the Valley View Winery's Tempernillo. A lot of vineyards planted down in Southern Oregon are going to Spanish varietals. Tempranillo, Albarreño, Grenache, some, of course, Rhone varietals as well. Very interesting wine growing region in Southern Oregon, a lot warmer. Like the Del Rio Vineyards, a very prominent vineyard down there. This here, Valley View Vineyards has been around for quite some time, since I think late 1976. It's got different soils than the Willamette Valley. This here is on gravelly silt. The winemaker has been John Guerrero since 1985. So he's really dialed in these wines. I used to drink these wines a while ago. I haven't had a Valley View Vineyard wine in a while, but let's give this a little sniff. This thing here, notice the color on this Tempranillo, not terribly dark. Looks like it's a decent structured wine. It's kind of like a vanillin, which could be from the new oak. 391 cases of this wine made, $24 a bottle. This wine here, a little bit of new oak, some nice plum, a little bit of raspberry. Tempranillo is one of those really interesting grapes. I happen to love Riojas from Spain, and that's the grape that's predominantly grown in the Rioja region in Spain. Just a really nice wine. Let's give it a little taste. It's not a real heavy wine. It's got good acid. They age these wines about 2 years in barrel. So it's a really round mouthfeel to that. Have this wine with a good protein. A Tempranillo, a little lamb chop action maybe, and maybe a chicken dish with a nice mushroom sauce. This is a very nice effort. Very nice wine. Again, as it's opening up, a little cotton candy, a little bit. Little licorice notes on it as well. But it's a really nice example. Again, these wines, very small production, 391 cases. You're not going to find these wines probably in your own local liquor store or your wine shop. They are available right here on my website. So the 3 wines that we talked about today, which is very cool. Again, we had a Pinot Gris from Dundee Hills, Four Graces, the Black Family, wonderful winery. Take my people there all the time. Matter of fact, if you ever go there, say hi to Jason. I take my guests there quite a bit. Chehelem Winery, frequent this winery quite a bit as well. Great Pinot Noirs. And Valley View. I'm going to have to take my videographer. I'm going to take Bernie down to Southern Oregon with me. We're going to have to do a couple shows shooting that region down there. I think it's an up-and-coming region. Matter of fact, Hillcrest is down there as well. Dyson DeMara. Used to work with Dyson at Robert Mondavi. He makes some great wines. When we come back on our next show, we're going to have 3 more wines from different parts of the country. See you next time.